Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Don Jo number OSLP110 EBF630 latch protector. Here's what that latch protector looks like. Outswing LP OSLP Outswing latch protector. It's a number 110. It's going to have it's going to be a reference to the size. They call it a short latch protector. I wouldn't call it short. It is for, though, it would be certainly for doors that are outswing. It's 10-inch wide, and the overall width is about 2 5/8. The dimension that sets this apart, though, is the offset that is occurring on that. And the offset is going to allow you to contend with a condition on the frame where when the door closes, the face of the door and the face of the frame have that sort of offset. Okay, so there is a reveal there, so to speak, on the frame where you need to have some sort of an offset on the latch protector. And people will order an offset latch protector like this, or they consider modifying the trim, the frame, the wall, whatever's there, so that a standard latch protector can be used. But generally, that's not opted for, and I agree. I would not look to chisel out brick mold or make any sort of change to the woodwork, even though it may suit your security requirements better. I don't know that measurably it would. So that's where that offset's going to come into play. Or you could have an application where you have some sort of hardware like a strike plate or a strike lip that's hanging off, and you don't or cannot modify that strike lip at all. The offset on this is going to be right at about 3/4 inch is what that offset's going to be at. Yeah, 3/4 inch. Well, actually, the offset's going to, it's going to be about 3/4 inch because I'm at 0.85. The material thickness is about 0.125. So, roughly 3/4 inch is going to be the dimension from here to here. Okay. So it's a very handy latch protector to use. And the last time I sold one like this, it wasn't the OSLP. It was a unit that had the same offset, basically, but did not have this large preparation for the rows of a heavy-duty lock. The client had his garage door, and he literally had trim applied, or the construction of the face of the garage was such that he needed a little offset on his latch protector. So that's the OSLP110 latch protector. This is in the stainless steel, the 630 finish. Well, it's stainless. It's 630. It means it's made of stainless steel in a brushed finish. That's what that means. And it's an Ebf Fastener. As you can tell here, there are two preparations for bolts. Well, those square preps would take a carriage bolt naturally. And the carriage bolt is really great for this because of that square prep and the square feature underside the bolt will not allow that to spin. And there's nothing out there really to attack. I suppose if you took a grinder to the head of that bolt, I suppose, but, that's... people breaking in or removing latch protectors aren't walking around with grinders that I've ever heard of. That it will have a through bolt sort of concept like this, and that's the EBF. But what makes this through bolt or sex bolt concept the EBF is this very short head that's here with that Allen wrench. Now, most or standard latch protectors will have an acorn nut here. The difference is that the acorn nut stands off from the face of the door 7/16 of an inch. That stands off the face of the door probably 1/8 of an inch. Not even, 0.115. So just shy on 1/8 of an inch. Why does that matter? Well, I'm glad you asked. That does matter. And let's switch now to the screen view and take a closer look as to why that would matter. So this is the item that we're looking at. And in particular, what is this Ebf Fastener? Well, carriage bolts, washers, and Acorn Cap Nuts. And we'll get this corrected. They would normally come with Acorn Cap Nuts. We'll just correct that now in the database. An Acorn Cap Nut, is again, it does look like an acorn, that sort of nut. And what's nice about acorn nuts is that they close off the the end of the bolt, meaning so that there's no bolt that is coming through to allow you to have any projecting sharp hardware. And as I get this, okay, as I get this updated here, Ebf flathead nuts for strength and security. Let's take a look. Okay, low profile. Low profile would be a way to describe that. Now, to the point, where would you use it? Well, let's take a look. We have got a hollow metal frame, okay? We have, well, we have anything. You know, we can have anything. You can have a door that's going to swing out this way. Just putting it a little better into context, I suppose. Okay, you've got a door that's going to swing out, a little better proportion. And this dimension from here to here, that's called the inset. Well, a typical door has an inset of maybe 1/8 of an inch, not quite, but generally that, or it's 0. Or you could have an inset, you know, that is larger for whatever reason. Wood frames could very often have a bigger inset, or what you could really have would be a standard door, but then you have something applied out here, okay? And that's where that offset comes in. Whatever that case might be. Maybe a jam extension has been added on a wood frame. But the root of the matter regarding the Ebf fastener is this. You're going to, let's put that back, whatever that is, causing you to need that, okay? You're going to have your lock, you know, in here, right? You're going to have your latch protector come out here. Now, the point is, you're going to run those bolts through the door. Okay, your carriage bolt head will be out here. There will be a washer, and then there'll be an acorn nut. Well, the problem is the conflict right here. Depending on where you position the carriage bolt, you might, when you close the door, hit the face of the stop. That's... A lot of people, it's proper to say that this is the stop, but this is the stop face, this is the soffit. You're going to make unintentional contact, potentially, with an acorn nut and the face of the stop. So how do you mitigate that? Well, obviously you use the Ebf fastener. It's less than 1/8 of an inch. It's probably not going to cause there to be too much conflict between the stop face and your fastener, allowing you to continue, you know, happily on your... You know. Oh, anyway, not an artist. So now you know why an Ebf fastener would be used. The rest of the extended description, short type for outswinging doors. Yeah, 10-inch, I wouldn't really call it short. 3/4 offset, yep, we measured that and we guessed right. 12 gauge, we did measure the thickness and it was about 0.115 or thereabouts. I don't know what decimal 12 gauge is, that's just a simple internet search. Works with 3 3/4 diameter roses. That means that the prep that is on the unit okay, that's going to accommodate a rose up to 3 3/4 diameter. That's important to know because if you order a standard latch bolt and you have a grade 1 lever lock, cylindrical lever lock, it's not going to fit right. So that's why they make this larger radius here. There's a link here to the template where you can view all of the dimensional properties of the item that we are looking at. It's obviously the wrong template. We have a 207 here, and we will get that mitigated, assuming it is something that that is available. 10-inch is what we would get here, but the rest of the dimensions would apply. You're really looking for this anyway. It's available in brass plated, chrome plated. DU is a dark brown powder coated paint. SL is a silver powder coat. And then stainless steel 630, the one we have here now. There is then the link to the product catalog, and that's very handy. We can do a search for OSLP-110 and get to the product that we're looking at. And here it is. So the only difference between the 110 and the 210 is one's made of stainless and the other is just steel. And onto the steel is what you would get those plated finishes or those powder coated finishes. They could probably powder coat black. I know they powder coat other things. It's just not listed. So be mindful. If you want black, I bet they can do it. And then a summary of what is happening here. Shows you an idea of what it looks like installed, but not really in relationship to why you would use an offset of 3/4 inch with this. Now, earlier in the catalog, there was a reference to the Ebf Fastener, which is right here. Special fasteners to prevent interference with the frame. Available on selected latch protectors as an option. Ebf, here we go. Shows up on a number of them, but really it's the summary that we're looking for here. So very handy, very simple and straightforward. Now, there's a link below this video here to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Don Jo products we sell by means of this horizontal navigation, but also the link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog as seen here, which is broken up into these several and many subsections. If you know the name Don Jo at all, you do, likely because of their latch protectors or their wraparound plates. But there are other things that you should be aware of. Don Jo has recently published, in the wake of the pandemic in 2020, antimicrobial solutions. They talk about coatings and treatments that they can do to hardware to retard the growth and fostering of things that, of contagion is the bottom line. It's a very handy outline here of that material. Reach out to us if you would like to employ antimicrobial solutions from Don Jo. But they make other hardware as well. Hinges, pivots, ladder poles, strike plates are just a few of the things that you may be interested in. Let's wrap up this video on camera. Now, this white you see on here is just the peel-away protective film. I don't have a lot of clients that are confused about latch guards, but the peel-away protective film on other pieces of hardware like kick plates, push plates, flat goods is generally clear, and people get the material and say, wait, this is scratched. No, it's that peel-away protective film. I've gone to lots of job sites where people don't even bother to remove this. It can be tedious to pull that off, but the point is it protects the brushed finish that's underneath here. Okay. Good, decent quality company Don Jo is. They have a, they are a company like a few others in the industry that have either a relatively unique assortment of products, or they have items that seem disjointed from each other. I guess what I mean by that in the sense of Don Jo is that they have ladder pulls. I'm not thinking ladder pulls when I'm thinking latch guards or wraparound plates or security hardware or security strikes, but they have that material. And the point of that is I do recommend that you review their catalog line, because sooner or later, whether you're a general consumer all the way up to a locksmith who integrates solutions for clients at their location on a daily basis, it's only a matter of time before you'll end up needing one of their products, whether it's a latch protector, wraparound plate, door reinforcer, accessory hardware. Being aware of what they have is indeed beneficial. Any questions on the OSLP-110 in an EBF or any other Don Jo product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please subscribe and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.